A beautiful shot there of the Rocky Mountain skyline of downtown Denver. The Diamondbacks and the Rockies are next. The show comes to you live from what is, hard to believe, the third oldest ballpark in the National League, Coors Field in Denver. Today it's the rubber match of this three-game series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Colorado Rockies. Hi again, folks. Matt Vasgersian here for this National League matchup out west. I'm joined by Eric Harris and Steve Lyons. And Eric, let's give the folks at home a look at what's happened in the first two games of the series.
Yeah, we're all tied up coming into the finale here tonight. This has been a tight series so far. No reason to think this third game should be any different.
All right, EK, we'll get to Steve in a moment, but first, let's get a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks as manager Kirk Gibson sets his 1 through 9 up this way. They'll match up against a guy who seems to have made the long road back, Big John, the veteran right-hander John Lackey. Marcell Ozuna will step to the plate now as we're ready to get this one underway. And he gets ahead 0-1.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up that inside corner, or this guy will eat you alive.
2-10.
Swing and a miss. Two quick strikes to start his afternoon. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. So the leadoff man is taken care of to start our finale here this afternoon. And with that, let's bring in a look at how the Rockies will line up defensively. It's brought to us by the folks at Majestic. If it happens in baseball, it happens in Majestic. Adeiny Echeverria will get his first shot at it here. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Yeah, you know, first time through, he likes to start guys off with a fastball. And it's a good one, too. You know, he'll run it up there in the mid-90s.
Well hit to right, but that's a foul ball. And this is going to be a foul ball. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
And now, as a hitter, 1 and 2, you've got to be thinking right center field. Take a little swing out and try to drive something the other way.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And these long at-bats give you a good sense of what a guy's featuring here in the first inning.
And now a ball lifted into the air out towards center field. Blackman is there now, and he has it, 2 gone.
You see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it and running it down.
Michael Lee will have his first opportunity now as it comes with the bases empty here in the top of the first. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. Now here's the pitch. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. We're just underway here in Denver. Fastball, and it's strike 3 called. Well, that looked inside, but instead it's the 3rd out of the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. The Rockies coming up. We've got no score. Batting order for the Rockies looks like this. They'll match up against a very difficult foe indeed, the right-hander Lance Lynn. And behind him, here's a look at the defensive alignment for Arizona. Charlie Blackmon will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
Leading off for the Rockies, center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And he takes a called strike 1.
1-1.
Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Drew Stubbs will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night. Now a swing on the first pitch, and this is bounced toward Hill at second. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Well, you always want to avoid using a lot of energy in the early part of the game, and he's taking that to heart. 5 pitches and 2 outs already here in the bottom of the first.
Number 2 will step in for the first time, and as you can see, not the fastest of starts for him this first week of the season. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. And looked like ball two below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. And this will be fouled away. And this is going to be a foul ball. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. And that ball is gone. And how about that? Number 2 has got himself his first big league round tripper. We'll have to wait and see how many more of these he can mount in his career, but for now I'm sure he's happy to say he's got his first.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. I'm sure he was practically floating as he jogged the bases. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over. You know his phone's going to blow up. He's going to be calling his mom, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
Trevor Story will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
Trevor Story.
High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball one. That last home run, a long one. 423 feet, the estimated distance. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. He goes after a pitch on the outer half and pops it weakly toward the left side of the infield. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Thomas leads things off now in the top half of the second.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks, third baseman, number 24.
And here's the first pitch. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0.
Come on, that was a strike.
A late swing here as this is hit hard to the right side. And Morneau won't be able to track this down. It's a fair ball.
And this will bear watching as the game goes on. You know, if he's going to have success here, a lot of it's going to hinge on how he can locate his sinker. That one's too far up in the strike zone. A belt-high sinker is not much more than a flat fastball.
Matt Kemp will stand in hoping to turn things around from the loss last night. He was 0 for 4 in that ball game. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball one. 2013, a second straight injury-filled season for Kemp. Wound up playing in just 73 ball games following 106 the year before. But if you go back to 2011, he was one homer away from finishing with a 40-40 campaign.
And that's only happened 4 times in history, so that tells you how good he was that year.
Blackman will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Whoa, and as a pitcher, you hold your breath anytime a ball's hit in the air at this place, but luckily he got under this ball a little bit too much, and that runner has to retreat back to first base.
Mark Trumbo will take his first cuts here with the runner still at first and one away now.
Give it to him, Rockies!
And there's the fastball from Lackey, 0-1. Is that really the spot you want to be messing with here?
Shouldn't be. That's a danger zone if you ask me.
Now a half swing here on the pitch inside, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the home plate umpire. Strike two. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone.
He's bounced back nicely here after the leadoff single. Kept the guy anchored at first. But he's done what he's needed to do.
Aaron Hill will stand in, and that average has to be a source of pride for him early on. He's got it up over 350 to start the new season. And this is taken outside for ball one.
Get out of here, Diamondbacks!
Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike, 1-1.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Up high, 2-1 now.
Come on, Rockies! Go back to Arizona!
He's ready now, the pitch. And he's fallen behind now, 3-1. And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
Yeah, that's nice to see a little patience up there. These guys have been what I would call overly aggressive these first few innings. Finally, somebody's figured out the importance of maybe taking a pitch or two.
Kurt Suzuki will get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 2. In there, no balls and a strike.
And that's what he needed here with 2 outs. He couldn't afford to fall behind another guy here in the inning, so that's a good job to jump in that driver's seat with strike 1.
Now the 0-1 from Big John. Swung right over the top of that one as this is a little dribbler out in front of the mound. And this is over the head of Morneau at first.
Well, this is just a little chopper out in front of home plate. Not sure if he didn't really open himself up to the target or what, but this throw, nowhere close, and it's going to go down as an E2.
Lance Lynn will stand in with a chance to help himself out big time here with a couple of men in scoring position.
And a lot of times, pitchers go up there just because they sort of have to. But here, if you go up and just think ground ball up the middle, you might get one home, maybe two. So this is a big-time chance.
Let's go, Rockies.
And Lackey jumps ahead of him here with the fastball. Strike one.
Now here on the mound, you cannot take it easy on the pitcher here with 2 outs. He can still bloop one in there and drive home 2, so you need to be thinking strikeout all the way.
And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike two. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Only one in the inning for Arizona. On now to the bottom of the second, all tied at 1-1. Carlos Gonzalez will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there, just barely over the 200 mark here in April. Here's the first offering. Right there for strike one.
Whether you like it or not, now that you've seen what the strike zone's going to be like, you're going to have to make an adjustment.
Come on, guys.
Two straight fastballs now as he powers ahead 0-2.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. That's still on his mind.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Line hard deep into left. Kemp has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1.
Well, that one looked like for all the world it was a sure single leading off the inning. It was certainly hit hard enough, but evidently it was hit a little too hard as it winds up getting flagged down, and that's just a tough break.
Justin Morneau will stand in, hoping to get things turned around here in April as he enters play with an average down in the 220s. Now a fastball as this is hit fairly well out toward left center. Ozuna is there to put this one away, and Morneau will shake his head as he's retired on 1 pitch.
Batting 7th, third baseman, Charlie Culberson.
Charlie Culberson will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. Here's the first pitch to him. Ball 1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Two out, nobody on. A little bit outside. 2-1. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. We played 2 full innings, and we are tied 1-1. Marcell Ozuna will dig in for a second time, a strikeout victim opening up the ball game.
Marcell Ozuna.
And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
All right, Rockies, you got it.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, with the bases empty, that's the right spot for that 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider.
Lackey ready with the 1-2 pitch. Inside for a ball, so he misses with 2 straight here, and it's back to 2-2. And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now, 3-2.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
Now here's Lackey's 3-2. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, 1 away.
And if he could have been just a little more patient there, would have had a leadoff walk. Instead, chases it out of the zone here and winds up costing him.
Adeiny Echeverria will try it again. He flew out his first time. Now here's the first pitch. Right on that pitch that time as he wraps it into center field, a base hit.
He's gotten off to a really slow start here in April. Or maybe this can help him snap out of it. That's a sharp single there.
Michael Lee will get another shot. Called out on strikes his first time around. Good way to start it on the outside corner for strike 1. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Still sticking with the fastball, but this time he lays off. It's 1-2. Ready is Lackey. The pitch. On good opposite field power here as this fastball is taken high and deep to right. And that will find the seats. A home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and it gives the Diamondbacks a 3-1 lead.
Well, when you start relying on one pitch out there and you become a one-pitch pitcher, there's no doubt in the hitter's mind what's coming. He's sitting on this one all the way, and he launches it right over the wall.
Thomas will stride in again. He singled and later scored his first time.
Number 24.
See ya, Arizona.
Look out, and that'll give him a close shave. can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that eye.
Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. More trouble waiting on deck in the person of Matt Kemp. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Slider, and this is hit on the ground out to short. And a throw on to Morneau for out number 2.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, left fielder, Matt Kemp.
Matt Kemp will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. Here's the first offering. And he takes ball 1.
Ooh, close pitch. Maybe just off the plate, but if it was, it wasn't by more than half an inch or so.
Fastball again, but this one's by him for strike 1. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. All away here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy. Get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now. And he'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. Now Kemp swings and sends a high fly ball with good carry out to deep left field. A leap at the wall, but Stubbs can't pull it back. That ball is gone. It's a solo shot here for Matt Kemp as the Diamondbacks have taken a 4-1 lead.
This is a good sign for these guys. They need him to have a bounce-back season after last year, and he's got his first home run here.
Mark Trumbo will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time.
Mark Trumbo.
Too high, 1-0. No, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
And quick wrists here as this is yanked down the third base line. Throw over to Morneau is going to be in time, and with it, the side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. D-backs out in front, 4-1. Gerald Laird makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Catcher, Gerald Laird.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Come on, Rockies.
Now a late bunt attempt here, but he misses strike 2.
Put a good swing on one.
Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Now, you can bet they'd love a ball 4 here. Now, that would let this guy have a shot to bunt him over.
Now here's a ground ball that'll get by the mound and into center field for a leadoff single.
Yeah, nothing too special about a ground ball single up the middle here, but
Catcher,
if you keep putting the ball in play like they've been doing, good things have a tendency to happen. We'll see if this gets them started.
John Lackey will stand in what would appear to be a sacrifice situation here.
Keep it going.
And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
And with your pitcher at the plate, you always like it when he can get that bunt down on the very first pitch. Not only do you let him get back to the dugout and rest up just a little bit, but you also keep that momentum going. And that's a nice job right there.
Charlie Blackmon will stand in here. He was set down on strikes to start the home first. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1. Runner staying tight to the bag at second. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
Oh, man, he must have been looking for something else. That was a curveball that had "hit me" written all over it, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Woo, Colorado! Let's go, Rockies! Yeah! Here we go.
And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2.
Come on, team, let's get a few runs!
Now a spin and a throw back to second, and he'll be back in standing up. 4-1's our score here in inning number 3. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. And this is hit well towards the hole. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
up next for Colorado, left fielder,
Drew Stubbs will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Runner goes for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw.
They turned him loose here on the first pitch after reaching base, and he had a pretty good jump that time. You know, sometimes pitchers are so focused on not allowing that runner on third to score that they forget about that guy on first, and he's able to take second here with ease.
And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Here's a swing and a ground ball. And this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball. And the second run is across as well, and they've cut this to 1 at 4-3.
Well, even though he's the number 2 hitter in the lineup, he says, hey, I'm not just here to be a hit-and-run guy. I can drive in runs just as well as the 3 and 4 guys can. True to his word, he comes through here with a 2-run single.
Number 2. We'll see if he can do it again. He homered his first time around. Stubbs holding. Here's the pitch. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. That pitch count, as you see, already standing at 41.
And you don't need Eric or I to tell you about that. That's way too many this early.
Swing and a broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. But a foul ball, 1-1. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. The 1-1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And now a swing and a routine fly ball out towards center. Ozuna is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Well, they took him up the ladder right there with the fastball, and he actually did a pretty good job to get wood on it at all. But it's still an easy play out there in center field.
Trevor Story will dig in. He popped out his first time.
Come on, Rocky!
First pitch on the way. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Maybe a spot to pitch out on 0-1.
Well, I think he wants to go, no doubt. Might not be too bad an idea.
2 out with the man at first. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. Fastball called strike, 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Look at the stop. And from his knees, he got him. Boy, all arm there as the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 3 innings complete. It's the Diamondbacks 4 and the Rockies 3. Aaron Hill will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
Second baseman, Aaron Hill.
Hard hit down the line. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out.
Sure not fooling a whole lot of guys in these first few innings. That ball was absolutely raked, and it's not the first one that's been hit hard. He's just fortunate that that one was right at his man.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Kurt Suzuki. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, he must have been looking for that same breaking ball because that pitch, it's right there.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Runs coming fast and furious here. 4-3 our score as we play the fourth. Now a swing as he rifles this one into center for a base hit.
Yeah, and a one-out single here gets him a base runner in the fourth. As you can check out his line so far. You'd like for him to give you at least another inning or so, but with numbers like that, he might be on pretty thin ice already.
Lance Lynn will take a long look down here as he may be bunting to avoid the double play.
Keep that runner off second base. That's a strike.
And they elect to have the pitcher bunt with one gone as he puts this one down. To second for one. On to first. Not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw.
Yeah, you want to put this down to the right side, force that first baseman to field it, but that ball is bunted just way too hard. So that's a good decision defensively to go ahead and take the force at second.
Marcell Ozuna will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have two strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first two times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got two strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And that is going to be a base hit. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And they'll stop the runner at second base, but there are 2 on and 2 out now.
And another hard hit ball off of him right there. And that's not the first one he's allowed so far. As you take a look at his line, not too much to write home about right there. This has not been one of his better performances at all.
Adeiny Echeverria will get a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fourth. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
You can bet they'd love to have him get out of this without having to call in that bullpen just yet.
And this is fouled back and out of play. And now a ball hit fairly well here out to the deep part of left field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Diamondbacks strand a pair. Then it remains a 4-3 game. Carlos Gonzalez will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth.
Right fielder, Carlos Gonzalez.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is served on the ground to third. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The first baseman, number 33,
Justin Morneau will try it again. He flew out his first time.
All right, Rockies.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one.
And if you're wondering, that's 52 pitches now through 3 1/3.
3 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rockies so far. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And this is all about handling a guy like this with kid gloves. You know, walk him if you have to, but don't let him be the one to beat you.
Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. 2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. And there's out number 2.
Yeah, cut fastball right there, and that's exactly what it's designed to do. Keep that ball right off the sweet spot of the bat, and that's going to turn into a little looper.
Charlie Culberson will stand in. He grounded out his first time. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
0-1.
Come on, Rockies.
And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. They still trail it here 4-3. Michael Lee will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Now here's the first pitch. And now the first pitch of the inning is sent in the air out to straightaway center. Blackman is under this one. 1 pitch, 1 away.
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. Ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a 1 pitch out.
Thomas will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. And this one runs up high. Ball 1. Four runs, 6 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Swing and a liner towards second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the second out.
Yeah, and that might give you an idea of how his stuff is starting to straighten out just a little bit here now. It's the 3rd time through the lineup, and guys weren't getting a ton of solid contact earlier, but as his pitch count rises, they're starting to zero in on him now.
Matt Kemp will stand in. He's 1 for 2 so far. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
And it looks like he's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
Now the 0-1 from Big John. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw on to the first baseman Morneau, and the inning is over. A strong inning that time out of John Lackey. Still 4-3. Gerald Laird will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th.
Catcher, Gerald Laird.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Now the 2-0. Too high, and it's 3-0.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
And that's what I call an intelligent at-bat right there. It's good knowledge of the strike zone, and more importantly, of how the home plate umpire calls the strike zone. Got himself a leadoff walk.
Corey Dickerson will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 6, Corey Dickerson.
Fouled back. And now some action in that Arizona bullpen as it looks like they'll have both a lefty and a righty up to throw. And this is hit hard on the ground at first. Echeverria for 1. And that didn't work out too well as the pinch hitter comes on to bounce into a double play.
Boy, this is a good way for a shortstop to end up in a full body cast. You see the throw from the first baseman takes him to the right side of the bag. So he has to catch it and then turn his back to the runner to make the spin throw. I'll tell you, if that slide was a little further outside, that could have been some big trouble.
Charlie Blackmon will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Hit high but foul as that'll get in amongst the fans. We're in the 5th inning of a 4-3 ball game here. Here comes the 1-2. And a swing and a miss as all he could do was reach out in vain for that one, and the side is retired. Rockies are down quietly. Score holds at 4-3. Adam Ottavino will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 0, Adam Ottavino.
Mark Trumbo will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Action now in that Colorado pen as a southpaw has stood up to throw out there. In there, strike 1.
I think if you gave him another chance, he'd be swinging at that one. That was a great pitch to hit.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Strike him out.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Now the pitch. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Oh, this is hit hard towards second. Well, this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first out.
Well, don't worry. I'll tell you, if you keep hitting the ball like this, sooner or later it's going to even out as the season goes on. Just a little unlucky right there as he hits that ball right at him.
Aaron Hill will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. First pitch coming. And that one swung on and missed 0-1. And there's a fastball that's hammered the other way to deep right field. Gonzalez is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
And you know, these guys already have 2 home runs in the game, and they darn near just got their 3rd one here. But that ball just kind of ran out of steam just shy of the wall.
Kurt Suzuki will step in, a base hit in his last time. First pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0. In tight again, and it's to 2-0 now. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now. Now the 2-2 pitch. Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. 4-3 our score here as we play inning number 6. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Diamondbacks down in order, but they hang on to a 1-run lead, 4-3. Drew Stubbs will lead things off for Colorado as they look to get something started in their half of the 6th. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0. Fastball just a bit low here. He's behind 2-0 now. And now some action in that Arizona bullpen as it looks like they'll have both a lefty and a righty up to throw. Outside, 3-0 now.
Down by a run, your guys need you on base any way you can get there. Now you got to shrink that strike zone down and not go after anything that's not right there for you.
That one's in there, 3-1.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
The 3-1. And he may have reached for ball 4 there as this is sent on the ground to third. Throw just does get him at first as he was really moving that time.
And after a hot start, the bats have pretty much gone missing here in the middle innings. Sort of reinvented himself out there and has really turned things around.
Number 2 will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. First pitch coming. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike.
All right, here we go.
The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And this might be just what the crowd needs to get off their hands a little bit. Last thing you want to do on the mound is hit a guy and have the crowd come to life against him.
Trevor Story will step in now, 0 for 2 to this point. Fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Here we go.
And he sends a fastball out to left field and fairly well hit. And this is into the bleachers in left, a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as they will take the lead here. It's now a 5-4 ball game.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Now you see Diamondbacks manager Kirk Gibson out of the dugout and on his way to the mound. And he'll motion for the bullpen. That's going to be all for Lance Lynn. Gone after 5 1/3 here as he never really found his groove in this one. Oliver Perez will be the new pitcher.
Pitching for the Diamondbacks, number 59, Oliver Perez.
Carlos Gonzalez will be the first one to greet him as he'll start fresh here with the bases empty following the home run. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lined hard to center field. Ozuna is there, 2 gone.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
Justin Morneau will dig in, 0 for 2. He's flied out and popped out so far. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Still taking here as he looks at the slider this time, and he's in a big hole now, down 0-2.
Yeah, he has been patient up there, but now he's backed himself into a corner.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. And this ball will be chopped foul. Way outside. 1-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that two-seamer running in.
Now here's a swing and a ground ball. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. But the Rockies push across 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. The 9 1-2 hitters due up to start the 7th. It's now. Welcome back to Coors Field here in Denver. Rockies out on top in this one as we head to the 7th. But before we get started, let's get a look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. DJ LeMahieu is going to get a chance to swing the bat here, as that's going to be all for Perez in this one.
DJ LeMahieu.
And that Colorado bullpen comes to life now with a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1.
No ball, 1 strike.
And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. And now this is swung on and pulled down the third base line. And now he has some trouble with it in left. And he'll get in at second base as the tying run's aboard with a leadoff double.
Well, that was a slider, but he didn't seem to have too much trouble with that one. He rips this right down the line. He'll wind up making it into second with a leadoff double.
Marcell Ozuna will get an opportunity now following the leadoff double.
And with his guys down by a run, at the very least, you need to try to shoot something to the right side. Hopefully get that runner over to third with 1 out.
Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball 1.
And this is a big spot here in this ball game. You've got to be able to move that guy up 90 feet. It's a must in this situation.
Had him out in front there as he takes strike 1 on the circle change.
And in this spot, you got to pitch for the strikeout here. And this is a guy that's gone down twice so far, so you do have that in your favor.
Now a slider hit pretty well, but he might have got under it just a bit as this is out toward deep center. Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away.
And this will wind up working like a sacrifice bunt as the tying run's able to tag up and move to third now with only 1 away.
Adeiny Echeverria will step in now in a real pressure spot as he's got the possible tying run 90 feet away at third. Runner away from third, now the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
That's not a bad idea right there. Take a pitch. Make sure you get a good look at him and what he's throwing.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
Come on now, let's get a K right here.
1 out and a runner on third.
Come on, hold it down.
Here comes the 1-1. Slider just off the black there, and it's to 2-1 now. And this is swung on and bounced to shortstop. And the throw to first will take care of him, but it comes at a cost as the tying run is in to score.
And here he knows all he needs is a ground ball to tie this thing up. So that's all he's really shooting for, and he gets it done.
Boone Logan will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th.
Boone Logan.
Michael Lee will stride in, but first we take you back to the 3rd as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
The 1-0 pitch. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. And over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. In tight with the slider, 2-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Full count.
Let him swing and miss.
Now a ball lined hard toward right center. Gonzalez is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But the tying run has come across here as we're set up for an exciting finish. Stretch time coming up here in Denver, and we are all tied 5-5. David Hernandez will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
David Hernandez.
Charlie Culberson will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Charlie Culberson.
And now some action in that Arizona bullpen as it looks like they'll have both a lefty and a righty up to throw. And he drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
And he misses with it. 1-1. Here's Hechavarria at shortstop. A quick out number 1.
Now batting, catcher, Gerald Laird.
Gerald Laird will stand in. Base on balls his last time. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. And this is going to be a foul ball. Tries to go the other way with a curveball, but this ought to be a routiner out in right. Lee is there, 2 down.
I really couldn't ask for much more out of a 7th inning guy. He's come in, throwing a bunch of strikes, and he's got 2 quick outs to show for it here with the score still tied.
Martin Prado will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 24, Martin Prado.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
Especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count?
Maybe even taken 2.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. It's not a bad idea.
That's right, good eye.
3-1 on the way. And this is down at the knees, but called a strike. Wow, it's 3-2 now.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. This remains a 5-all ball game. John Axford will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
John Axford. Leading out for the Diamondbacks, third baseman, number 24.
Eighth inning underway here with a curveball that's taken for a ball, 1-0. On a ball hit hard down the line toward the coaching box, it's a foul ball. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
And this ball swung on and hit on the ground. And this is over the head of Morneau at first.
Well, don't know quite what happened on this one.
Now batting.
Here it is again.
Left fielder.
I mean, this just hits him right on the heel of the glove.
Matt Kemp will dig in now with the runner on base. And you know, Eric, after the error, he's got to be careful out there on the mound.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to let errors go as it is, but when it's your error, way tougher. You feel like you need to make amends on your own, and That can get you into even bigger trouble.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. First pitch to him. Right-hander against right-hander as this is a ball 1-0.
Well, now he's got to be saying, this is the wrong time for that strike zone to start shrinking. You need that to be a strike.
And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
And you go back to the call on that very first pitch, how important that was. Now instead of a 1-1 count, you're at 2-0 with a really dangerous hitter up there.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. Looks like the error may be affecting him after all.
You know, I think it is. You go 3-0 to the next guy, now things are starting to slowly get away from you.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. And it's full now, 3-2. And he just does manage to fight this one off as it's fouled away. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that is a foul ball, just missing extra bases deep in the corner. And here's a cut fastball, but he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Leaps high at the wall as he makes the catch. And he took away extra bases right there.
Boy, this one deserves another look in show motion. You'll see him here. He's tracking this baseball. Now, go ahead and freeze it. This is a picture of concentration right there. He knows that once we roll this video, he's going to get a mouthful of fence. And I'll tell you what, that cannot have felt good.
Carl Crawford will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 5, Carl Crawford.
Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
And they go away here. It's a cold strike, 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
Possible go-ahead runs on first, one away. Good action to the cutter, but he lays off, and the count goes to 1-2.
That's a good location for that cutter with 2 strikes. He's either got to take that and hope it's a ball, or he's got to foul that thing off.
The right-hander deals on 1-2. Just tried to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2. Crawford swings and misses at that one, a strikeout victim for out number 2.
We'll take another look at the sequence here on Show Track. Now, as we watch, notice that it's all hard stuff through the first 4 pitches. But then on pitch number 5, he finally turns to something off speed, and that leaves the hitter with no chance.
Aaron Hill will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1.
And if there's one guy on this roster that wants the ball in a moment like this, this is the guy.
Ball hit pretty well out toward left center. Stubbs will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1 left for Arizona. This ball game still tied 5-all. Carl Crawford will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Now playing first base, number 5.
There's Arizona manager Kirk Gibson on his way to home plate, lineup card in hand, so one would assume we're going to see a double switch here. Joaquin Benoit will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Brandon Drury is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Charlie Blackmon is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, nice to get that call right out of the bullpen.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. And this is fouled back and out of play. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
And in a tie ball game, you don't want to be giving these guys free base runners to start the inning. He's going to need to bounce back from that pronto.
Wandy Rodriguez is on to work as he'll take over here in the 8th.
Number 32, Wandy Rodriguez.
Drew Stubbs will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with the runner at first and nobody out. Big hole on the right side. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
Yeah, when that's upstairs like that, that's a pitch you've got to leave alone and make him bring something down.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Here's a called strike on the curveball, 1-2.
Good curveball right there, and that just really froze him.
Comes set, now the pitch. He's running towards second. Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Lee is there and he has it for the out.
Now batting, number 2.
Number 2 will dig in. 1 for 2, including a home run thus far. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. First offering on the way. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
A high fastball that time in the strike zone and on the outside corner. But that is a dangerous spot to be pitching if you're only throwing in the low 90s.
Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. And that finds a seam for extra bases as we'll see if they want to wheel that go-ahead run home from first. And he is in there at third as the possible go-ahead score.
And you can see where the third baseman is here. He's up in double play depth, as he should be. But if he's playing back with the bases empty, he maybe has a shot at this ball. As it is, though, it's a double to put runners at second and third.
Trevor Story will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in order.
Up next for Colorado, right fielder,
Carlos Gonzalez will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances. He can make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
In there for strike 1, 0-1. And I think he's going to have to summon up every bit of his experience to get out of this one.
He's certainly been through it before. If anybody can do it, he can.
Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching. Now you're in a good RBI spot, and you're stuck facing a guy like this.
Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch.
Deep breath time now on the mound. You got to compose yourself, and that strike zone's looking about the size of a tin can.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
I think he saw stars in his eyes there. He was thinking grand slam on that one.
Bases are loaded with only 1 out. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. And a big out there as the go-ahead run stays at third with 2 gone now.
All you needed there was a fly ball to get that go-ahead run home. Now with 2 away, it's no cinch that they'll be able to take this lead.
Willeen Rosario will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 20, Willeen Rosario.
All right, let's go.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
And a fastball swung on and hit in the air to left. Kemp is there now to put this one away for the 3rd out as they'll strand that potential go-ahead run at third base. Rockies leave them loaded. Our score holds at 5 apiece. Willeen Rosario will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Now playing first base, number 20.
Kyle Kendrick will enter now to start the 9th inning, as his job will be keeping the game tied until the bottom half.
Kyle Kendrick.
Kurt Suzuki will stand in, needing to get things started here in the top of the 9th.
Catcher, Kurt Suzuki.
And this ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
This is a spot where it helps to have a two-seam fastball like that, so you can work in on the right-handed hitters.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Now the fastball here is swung on and grounded foul. And now one taken by Suzuki as he draws it even at 2-2. Fouled back. A curveball here, but he was waiting for it and sends it in the air to deep left field. And not the start they were hoping for, as the leadoff man is kept off base to start the 9th.
Now batting, second baseman,
Brandon Drury will get his first cuts here. Righty against righty, as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
That's his strength. He wants to try and come in and jam you, so you've got to be ready to try and turn on something.
A high strike there, and it's 1-1. In for strike 2.
Boy, good pitch, good spot. That thing tailed right back over the outside corner.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. One out, nobody on. Here he comes on 2-2. Comes back with the cut fastball for strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
One thing you learn real quick as a rookie, you don't get any easy at-bats at this level. You got to be thinking up there every single pitch, because guys up here, they'll tear you apart if you don't.
Marcell Ozuna will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Now the first pitch. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Yeah, he's not trying to hit him, I don't think, but sometimes you need to keep guys honest up there. I think that's all he was trying to do there.
No contact there, and it's 1-2.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, That's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
1-2. And this is grounded foul down the line, so he'll tee it up again. Just does stay alive as this is fouled back. Hard hit towards center. Blackman is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. This remains a 5-all ball game. Charlie Culberson is set to go now as we lead off the bottom of the ninth.
The bottom of the ninth inning for the Rockies. Third baseman, Charlie Culberson.
And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Swing and a shot toward right center. But this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out.
And if this ball is in the alley just a little bit more, who knows where this thing ends up. Instead, it finds the outfielder's glove, and fortunately for them, that keeps the potential winning run off base.
Gerald Laird will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. And he's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, this is a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a fastball.
And a pitch down that swung on and sent to second base. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
2 quick outs here to start the inning. It's looking more and more likely that we're going to need extra innings here to decide this one.
Michael McHenry will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Down the line, but this will kick foul. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. This ball game still tied 5-all. LaTroy Hawkins will come on now as he'll take over to start the extra frames.
LaTroy Hawkins.
Adeiny Echeverria will lead it off here in the top of inning number 10.
Shortstop, Adeiny Echeverria.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting into foul territory now toward the third base dugout. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Swing and a ball headed towards the hole. And that'll get through into right. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base to lead off the inning.
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is bat control at its finest right there.
Michael Lee will dig in. He homered back in inning number 3. First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. A look at the hit totals there into extra innings.
Cut that runner down.
And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Now a swing, but not much behind it as this is lifted into shallow center. Story will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
And one thing this kid's going to find out is that everything speeds up at the major league level. And those pitches that you were on top of in AAA, they have a tendency to get on top of you much quicker now. You got to learn to adjust.
Thomas will step in. 1 for 4 in the ball game. And that misses, ball 1. Oh, he took a big swing that time as he lifts a high pop-up. Drifting into foul territory on the right side. Under it is Rosario to make the play. 2 gone now.
And a good job here of bouncing back from that leadoff single. You know, back-to-back pop-ups. Nothing wrong with that.
Matt Kemp will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Here's the first pitch. Lays off 1-0. And the off-speed pitch is taken here, a ball and a strike. Two out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Out of play. Now the 1-2 pitch. And there's one that misses to Kemp as he works it back to 2-2. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Stays alive as this is grounded foul. And this is on the ground to third. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. One left for the Diamondbacks. Our score holds at 5 apiece. Charlie Blackmon will lead it off now in the home half of inning number 10.
Center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. And the 1-1 is in the air now out to center. Ozuna is there, and he has it for the first out.
You know, once you get into extra innings, every fly ball here makes you go, whew. But this one didn't have a whole lot behind it, so we're going to keep on playing.
Drew Stubbs will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. High and wide. 2 balls and a strike. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Now a hard liner. Hooking just foul by a matter of inches that time. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. And this is fouled back and out of play. Now a ball hit foul off to the right and up into the crowd. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
2 up, 2 down to start off the bottom half. Starting to look like this one's going to go another inning. Great.
Number 2 will dig in. 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Here we go, guys. Come on.
And this is swung on and missed, though he will need to do a little housekeeping at first. And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over. And we'll have to cancel those dinner reservations, partner. 11th inning coming up, and we are all tied 5-5. Carl Crawford will try and get something started here in the top half of inning number 11.
Carl Crawford.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Not even the fastball can find the zone here, and he's run it to 3-0.
The last thing you want to do is give Arizona a free pass here to start the inning.
That one's in there, 3-1.
He can afford to be patient here because all he's looking to do is get on base and do his damage from there.
Grounded to third. And a rather easy first out.
Good job out there on the mound. Down in the count 3-0 to start this inning. He comes back to retire the guy on a ground ball.
Cody Ross will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 7, Cody Ross.
First pitch coming. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time. Now a swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. On to first, and there are 2 down.
2 quick outs here to start things off. Can't ask for much more than this in extra innings. Hold serve, then give your guys a shot to win in the bottom half.
Kurt Suzuki will stand in. He flew out his last time up. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
Can't connect there on the breaking ball. 1-1.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
Outside, 2-1.
When you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
A 2-1 offering. On a big swing there at a fastball, and he really got into it high and deep to left center field. Dives and he makes the catch. How about that for an exclamation point to the end of the inning? Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. Another chance to win it here to the bottom of the 11th. All tied. Shelby Miller will take over now to start the home 11th, knowing that just one would be the end of this ball game. Trevor Story will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. And that misses for ball one. And it runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
2 times here they've gone away, both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
Strike called, 2-1. And the pitch. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. And this is going to be a foul ball. Full count, 3-2.
You don't want to lose the leadoff hitter here. Not when you got this guy on deck.
Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Good hustle getting down that line. Even on a routine ground ball, you can't take your time. You know, pat your glove, autograph it. Not with this guy running. You got to get rid of that ball pretty quickly, and they just do get him at first.
Carlos Gonzalez will try and erase his 0 for 4 in the ball game. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. A fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And this is swung on, and it'll be another chance out there at second. And Gonzalez is going to have himself a base hit.
There you go. Now that potential winning run is on at first base. I don't think they'll try to bunt him over here either. Not with one out already. They'll be open for a gapper to try and end this right here, right now.
Willeen Rosario will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. And here's a ball hit in the air. Drury ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
And if this ball's hit maybe just a little bit harder, he might have a shot at doubling a man off. But since it's hit so softly, he's only going to wind up getting 1 out.
Charlie Culberson will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. Pitch out, nothing doing. Two and 0. Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play. And this one's in the dirt. And a very big mistake, as that'll move the possible go-ahead run into scoring position.
Yeah, that may have been a cut fastball that time. It had plenty of movement to it, but it just wasn't anywhere near the strike zone. And that's going to let that runner move into scoring position now at second base.
Possible winning runs at second with 2 down, however. Gonzalez has his lead. Now the pitch. And he takes ball 4. So now at least they're set up for the force at any base here with 2 away.
That's a good at-bat there. And sometimes in extra innings, guys start to chase because they're getting tired and frustrated. They're looking for one big hit. That's not the case here.
Gerald Laird will step in, a ground-out victim his last time. And a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, he didn't seem to do him any favors with the previous batter, and now here's another call that goes against him on the mound.
The 1-0 lays off again, and it's 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
And little doubt about that one. That's in there, and it's 2-1. Dirt here, but Suzuki's able to keep it in front of him. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Into center field. It's down for a base hit. And they're going to walk off here with a 6-5 victory.
Well, you had the sense early on that this one was destined to go down to the wire, and sure enough, these guys are going to pull this one out here in walk-off fashion.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Rockies come out on top 6-5. So long from Denver.
The final line score for the ball game this afternoon for the victorious Rockies: 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. They left 4 runners on base. For the Diamondbacks, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 33 minutes. A reminder that extra postgame